Next up, we've got UAB and LSU. How about this for a non-conference matchup? Again, a lot of these SEC teams late in the season, they have this non-conference game right toward the end of the season. Auburn's got one, and LSU has one as well this week. LSU 14.5-point home favorites, 52.5 being the total in this game. UAB, probably one of their better games in weeks against a North Texas team that was playing well, and they just ran away with it in the second half, 41-21 over North Texas. We'll see how they fare here against LSU. The problem is UAB in these non-conference games has been a little bit erratic. I remember them facing Florida and facing some of these teams in the last few years, and as good as they played in conference play, they would get whipped in the non-conference games. So I'd be concerned about that. But for LSU, it's a big, hefty, stinking flat spot. You beat Alabama, you escape by the skin of your teeth against Arkansas. And man, LSU didn't want to win that game. It was what I predicted all along. They were going to be flat, hung over. They're not going to play anywhere close to their A game, but Arkansas was so putrid, so bad, especially with Hornsby in that offense, that they couldn't take advantage of it. I mean, that was just, if that was some kind of competent quarterback and some kind of competent offense for Arkansas, LSU loses that game last week. There's no question about that in my mind. So that they got away with one, LSU, and that's the issue. Is the focus on UAB when they wrap up at Texas A&M next week? Is it going to be there for a team now, Conor Mack, that has also clinched the SEC West? There's nothing on the line anymore for LSU. They're going to be in the SEC championship game. Hell, they could lose this game and they're still in the SEC championship game. Now, would losing this game be a huge hit for them in the playoff mix? Probably. You do want to avoid, obviously, a straight-up loss in this game, but just from a pure spot perspective, I lean UAB. It's the only side I would take in this game, but there is real concerns about that defense and just their athletic prowess when they step up in class. Because I remember taking them as dogs against Florida. It was either last year or 2 years ago, and they couldn't compete with Florida, and they got whipped. I worry about that a little bit here, but it would still be UAB or nothing for me. Can that and look, this is not even one of the better defenses UAB has had. Can they match up against Daniels in that offense is the question. What do you think?
It seems like they have one of these games every year. Like Florida, I think one year is Alabama. Now they're playing LSU, UAB. It isn't one of their best defense. I was shocked. Maybe it's just how well UAB played in that second half, and just North Texas not 1 point. They didn't score nothing in the second half. After leading 21-17 in that game, North Texas, a horrible performance. But I think North Texas should have put 30s on them, obviously 21.5. LSU should here. I kind of lean them. I don't love laying these points like this. I'm trying to find a way with UAB. I just don't think this is one of the better UAB teams, and their better teams used to get blown out. So I think LSU comes to play here at home. It's just, do you want to lay the points? But I lean that way.